Okay, welcome back. So now we're going to try part B and determine how long the ball was in the air. So for that, we're looking at our y equation, and we're going to set that equal to 0 to see when the ball hit the ground again. Because picture your parabola like so, indicating the vertical height. It's going to hit 0 at the very beginning, and then it's going to hit 0 again at some point. So let's use our graphing calculators for that. So go ahead and take out your graphing calculators. Okay, so there we go. All right, so we are typing in our y equation. Let's type in 23 root 3 and instead of t, let's use x. There is a parametric mode in your calculator, but I want you to learn how to use just the plain function mode because this is something you're going to need next year in AP Calculus. Okay, so 23 root 3x minus 32.17 over 2. Let's put that inside a parentheses. So you can second del for insert and insert a parentheses. And then x squared. Okay, so hit graph and you'll see a parabola. Of course, I played with the settings for the window to make sure I saw the entire parabola. So I had it from 0 to 5 and that was fine, but for y I had to change it to something larger, so I chose 25. And you can scale it by 5s on the y-axis if that helps. Okay, so for part A, no, for part B, we're asked to determine how long the ball was in the air. So let's look for the zeros to see when the ball came back down. So you can go ahead and hit second trace, 0, press 2. You're asked for your left bound and right bound. So for the left bound, just keep hitting left until you're at the left of the 0 and hit enter. And then for the right bound, just keep going until you're somewhere um, to the right of the 0, which it's not moving. Let's see. Just go enough, far enough that you know you're to the right of the 0. And then hit enter again. And you're given the 0. 2.476657. Okay, so I'm going to save this. Let me take a picture of this. And then add it to our notes. Okay, so this means that at 2.476657 seconds, the graph or the ball hits the ground. So we're going to write t equals 2.477. Let's round to 3 decimals. Remember, that's what you're going to need next year on the AP, so might as well practice now. Seconds. Okay, for part C, we are asked to determine how far the ball traveled in the air. So we're going to take how long it was in the air for and see how far it went. Well, how far it went, we're looking at our x equation. So we have x equals 23 times 2.477 seconds. So we're going to just take that. Actually, what we should do is take the unrounded and plug that in. So I'm going to do that better. Okay, so my calculator, 23 root 3 times 2.47, 1, 2, 3 sixes, 5, 7, and I didn't put times, oops. Okay, so I get about, oh, why did I multiply times root 3? Sorry, 23 times 2.476667 is 56.963, and our unit here is feet because the x and the y are both giving you feet. Make sure you put that back in example A. All right, so then for part D, determine when the ball reached maximum height. So we're looking for our max value here. There are a couple ways of doing this. You can do this the algebra 2 way, which you use the, I forgot what it's called. The, was it the b over 2a value? I think that works. But I want to show you the calculus way, just because this is something you are going to be doing next year. So let's go back to our calculator. Okay. So I want you to hit second trace for the calculus options or calculator options and hit max. For your left bound, make sure you select somewhere that's to the left of the maximum. And for your right bound, go somewhere that's to the right of the maximum. And then hit enter. And you'll get a maximum value. You'll get a t value and a y value. So let's use that. Put that in your notes. Okay. So then for D, the question is when the ball hit uh, maximum height, when? So then in our calculator, we have our t value, right? We used x for t, but this is a parametric equation, and our y value depends on time. So the when is the 1.238 seconds. Okay. And then for E, the what is the maximum height? That is the y value. So we get 24.666 feet. Okay, so that's rounded. You can also truncate, which means you just take the first 3 digits after the decimal and ignore the next one. That's something called truncated. That's also acceptable when you take the AP test next year. All right, that's it for this example.